Hi guys, it's Byron here from Convertaholic. In this video I want to talk to you about a new feature that we've got that allows you to dynamically import the user's location using a variable that's passed through from Google Ads through the URL and then interpreted by our dynamic keyword insertion plugin and then inserts the value onto the page. So let me discuss exactly what it is. So there are some value track parameters. So we already use the keyword variable here. So the keyword variable is what you can use to pass through the trigger keyword and push that into your dynamic page. So most of you are already using this feature and functionality. And then we also have the lock underscore physical underscore ms. And what this is the specific location of that user. So what we can do is if you click on the C location IDs, you'll get brought to this page. And you can see here that there's some CSV files that you can then download. So if you just click on the latest here and you download it, and then what happens is that you can open this CSV and actually see what locations are in there to actually do the test. So basically what happens is when you use this variable within your URL, it's going to send you one of these IDs. And so what our plugin does is it takes this ID and converts it to the actual location. So for now we're only using this name value. We don't use any of the other fields here. We might introduce that into future updates. But basically what happens is this ID will get sent from Google Ads through your URL, and then our plugin will interpret that and transcribe it into the actual location. So let me show you how that works in person. And if we go back to our test website here, this is in the WordPress backend, and as you can see, we've got a few different scenarios here of using dynamic keyword insertion. And for the location variable, we have a special shortcode for that. So that's DKI underscore geo underscore lock for location. And basically, once you've inserted that on your page, you can go back to your website here and just test this out. So again, you can see here that I have question mark keyword equals test. This can be set to anything, New York, for example. And you can see that updates on the page. And as you can see here, we also have the and symbol or the ampersand, and we have geo underscore lock. So that's the variable that you need to use within your final URLs. And then you have the ID here. Now I've just set this manually, but within Google Ads, what you're going to set is by copying and pasting this variable. So what you will have is a variable that looks more like that. So you'll set that as your final URL within Google Ads, and then it will automatically enter that ID. So when they land on your website, they'll actually see the ID in the URL, and then based on that ID, our plugin will then interpret that to show the exact location. So again, if I just open up my spreadsheet here and I pick any different one that we've got here, let's say Canberra, that's Australian. Put this in. And as you can see, Canberra is found. So in the back end, basically the way this works is that within the DKI settings, we have something here called geolocations. And all you need to do is hit the regenerate locations button. Now this can take a while because the file is fairly large and there is quite a large number of rows that need to be imported into the database for us to be able to provide this functionality. So this just needs to sit there, and then once you see the loading disappear, you know that it's been completed. We will work on updating that to be a success message just so that you know that it has worked correctly. And that's all you need to do. And then once that's done, you're pretty much good to go. If you want to basically clear it, delete the records, you can obviously hit the delete. But in most cases, this regenerate locations, it will automatically download the latest file and import it into your database so that you can then use that functionality. So hopefully you get some value out of this feature. We have a lot of users that are already using it. It's actually a community requested feature, and I think you'll get a lot of value out of it, and it should really help to tailor your landing pages even more than what they already are. So good good luck with it. Any questions, feel free to shoot us a support ticket and we'll be happy to help you out.